Yes, guys. Today we are going to the EAG Expo at the Excel Centre in London. Now, I said I wouldn't go this year after last year's event where I really didn't feel there was much new to talk about, but this year, yes, I'm really glad I went, and a massive shout out to Chris at Games You Loved and Lawrence and the rest of the team over at Vectrex who I met up with at the event, and between us we got to check out most of what was on offer, and yeah, like I said, I'm really glad I went to this one. Yes, you had the big names like Sega and Bandai Namco, but some of the smaller companies were showing some brilliant innovation to the arcade space I haven't seen in quite some time. We're going to be looking into all of that today, but before we do, we need to get there.
China, Brazil, India, Spain, Thailand, USA, USSR, Japan.
Right, here we are at EAG. This is the entrance. I've just got to put my bag in over, whoa, using a gimbal, you can see that over there. And let's go find games you loved, and then we'll do a proper look around. Let's do it. Okay, so he said he would be here, but he is not here. So let's keep looking. Yeah, I've lost him. I don't know where to go.
12 seconds later.
Okay, just reread the message. Obviously, I've gone to the wrong place. He's at the bar on the top left. I went to the bar on the top right. Okay, here we go. There he is. I see him hidden in the back. Here he is. Got to do the virtual handshake now. You see what I mean? Check this out. My hand will become your hand. Oh no, he ain't gonna be able to shake my hand. He's got things in his hand anyway.
Hey mate.
All right, man. I'll give you a fist bump.
That's it, mate.
There it is. There it is.
Well, you're okay.
I'm all right for the moment. Cheers, mate. Talk us through what we're actually looking at here. Electronic punching machine, but these ones here, you got the electronic pumping machine, and at the bottom, the electronic, oh no, this one, kicking machine.
No, this one you got a headbutt.
Headbutt, have you? Do you want to give that a go? Go on. I mean, that ain't a bad score. Are we going to top 100? Oh, we're going to 99. Yeah, there you go, I suppose. A couple of punching arcade type machines. Like I say, at these events you have a little bit of everything. Personally, I mean, sure, if you want to get a punching machine, these are probably the best you can get, but I don't really know what they offer that older machines couldn't offer besides, you know, better durability and, you know, maybe a little bit cleaner and flashier looking designs. Let's move from this and look at something really random. It's not just arcade stuffs. We've also got robots. It's ridiculous. Look at this little guy over here. So, is he like hoovering or something, or?
Advertising.
Advertising, right.
And guiding and delivery.
Okay.
So yeah, as stated, they really do show off quite bizarre stuff at these expos, because it isn't just an arcade expo, it is really for the entire entertainment industry. A lot of theme parks and other indoor entertainment establishments would come to this and find robots that would want to go around and offer drinks and what have you. Anyway, let's go get to the good stuff. Let's go make our way over to Sega.
And here we are at Sega, as seen by Sonic here, who's sneakily holding on to some Dubai chocolate. Little something for later on. There he is. Yeah, I'd have one of them in my bedroom. Right, so what we got here? Got some typical basketball type games, got some gun games. Actually, that looks pretty cool. That does look pretty awesome. So this was N-Target, a pretty basic looking ticket redemption game, but let me just say straight off the bat, I don't mind ticket redemption games. I think they get a bad rap because, hey, it's cool to hate on ticket redemptions, but I do think every arcade needs them, along with, obviously, proper arcade machines. And again, let me just state for the record, when it comes to ticket redemptions, it's really good when someone's trying to either try something new or trying to evolve on a classic arcade or ticket redemption game of yore. And this is exactly that. I have honestly never felt feedback on a gun better than this machine right here. I was so impressed with this. And although it might look a bit basic and throwaway, all of us really enjoyed playing with this one. I've got to say, that machine right there is actually freaking awesome. That's a really cool twist on a typical gun game that you find at an arcade machine. I really like that. You like that? That is really decent. That is really decent. Oh, you can actually hold it as well. I didn't even notice that. That's a brilliant addition to this. I really like that one. So here's something else that was quite fun that Sega had to offer, something called Sub Soccer. And the designer of this game was actually there as well. And obviously, as you can see, it's pretty much just a table. There's a frosted glass effect on top, so unless you're playing it, the glass won't become clear, and therefore, you know, you have to put money in to actually be able to play this game. But yeah, all you got to do is try and kick the ball and get it into the goal behind the other one's feet. And that is basically it. It's a very simple game, but we loved playing this. It was really cool. Although I do think it's probably going to be a little bit unfair if you go up against anyone that's still rocking some Genkos. Am I right? So yeah, this was a pretty awesome little addition there. And the designer of the game was also there, and I did a little interview with him. Here it is. So hello, we're actually with the creator of Sub Soccer.
Yeah,
Sub
this
Soccer.
one.
Yeah. So you are the designer of this game.
Yeah, I created the game or invented the game with my daughter 12 years ago.
You designed it with your daughter 12 years ago.
Yeah.
And you made it from your son's...
Yeah, and the first prototype was my son's school desk.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's alright with that, was he?
Yeah, that is like a founding story, but because he played way too much Fortnite.
Okay.
So I make this for him.
That is going to go down very well. So just to make sure everyone heard that, because his son played too much Fortnite, he created Sub Soccer.
So Sub Soccer 1, Fortnite 0.
Yeah, that's right. Give me one of them. Bang. Excellent. Love that. What I'll do, I've shown you two things from the Sega booth, which I'm quite impressed by, and we're going to have a look at everything else there is in Sega, give you an idea of what's at the show. So here we are, right at the end of the Sega booth. I'm just going to zoom out a little bit. Okay, so it's important to remember they're not just a video game developer. In fact, the whole Sega Amusements is a very different part of the company than the Sega you're probably used to. So obviously you've got like UFO captures, as they're called, Cat-Toe Candy, very snazzy. It's obviously all for sweets. We've got like Sonic Plush UFO capture machines. I just noticed there, look at that. The actual scooping mechanism on that there. Very nice. So yeah, we got all these UFO captures. Here's the high five. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Here's the high five. So this one's actually 5 in 1. I don't really know how that works. Let's have a try of that. I actually don't know how that one works. So I'll put that on. Have I got a credit? We'll try that again.
I don't know if I've got a credit. Oh, here we go, look. You're actually moving all of them at the same time. Oh, one. You got 1 in 5 chance, and then, as per usual, too heavy for the grabbing. But that's cool. What they do at these conventions, they put a bit of like plywood or something like that so the prizes don't fall down. So we got these sort of peg machines where you got to stop it at just the right time. I'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. You got to try and push it at just the right time. Missed it. There you go. Yeah, lots and lots of that sort of stuff. As we go around this way, there's a lot smaller versions of the machines, unless no. So it's like you can stack them. Mini Cube Prize World. This seems very, very Japanese, very, very gashapon. And then over this side, we actually see some of the prizes you can win from Sega Prize. Are any of these worth talking about? Oh yeah, you've got some Sonics. There's a Super Sonic, very nice. Shadow. No, sorry, Silver. Tetris blocks down there. I don't know what Crossbody is, or Bears in Disguise, or Dazzle Ducks. Okay. Gummy Bears. Really? Is that what they're calling them? Okay. So if we make our way round with Sega, got more of this sort of stuff. They're obviously really, really pushing this sort of modular, I don't know, I mean, what is this one down here? How do you do this? What do you do here? I don't know, maybe that's just a way to get one out, like a new age version of a typical gashapon machine. Okay. You've got lots of arcade machines here as well. Apex Rebels. I think we've tried this one before, but maybe not. It's a new game. But the real star of the show for us is this new Daytona, which is actually the old Daytona, but as you can see, it's the motion edition of Daytona USA, or Daytona Championship USA. Now that's exciting. I've only just realised they've got the Daytona license back. I think this was called Sega Racing on the last one. So we'll give this one a little try, see what it's like. We've got some kind of bike game called Speed Rider 4. Go Ducky, we'll have a look at that in a minute. Tower Ball. Ticket redemption, how does this work? Do I just sort of punch that? Let's have a look. I'm gonna try and do it. Okay, yeah. I think I need to have that come down. I think I need to open it up somehow. I don't know. I don't know where the ticket redemption thing is. Oh, whatever. There's another one of the high fives. Let's just press play on that. Right, it's all moving. Oh, look, they all got at least one. And then they come back. And it just tells you how many tickets you got at the end. That's quite cool. Ferris Fantasy. Simon. Okay. So you want to try and get it in the bonus. It's always hard to do this when you're actually recording at the same time, but we'll give it another go. So here we go, let's try this again. I'll come down here. If I pull it all the way, well, not all the way back here. Missed it. We've got the blue there. This is cool. We got Simon over this side. Yeah, well, one sec. Have you now got to remember that, or is it just hit the colour one? Don't know what was going on there. Now, this is another new game. Obviously, like a mix between putt-putt golf and one of those typical, you know, get it in the right hole things. But look at the animation. Is that the same artist as Sonic? As, you know, the Sonic Adventure artist? Beautiful Sega-like animation. That's very, very cool. We'll get some gameplay footage of that. And then there's a few more bits over there. But let's go back to Daytona. Because I think that's the one we're all waiting for me to shut up so we can actually play. Let's have a look. Here it is. Nice. Now, annoyingly, not at the time annoyingly, but annoyingly after I recorded that, I got pulled away to try out that golf game again, which was fine. I mean, it's exactly what it looks like. It's perfectly fine. But obviously, I wanted to play Daytona USA, and that was the only time, ladies and gentlemen, that I saw it without people on it. Every single other time I went back to that machine, there was always someone on it. And a lot of the times at these events, you do get people come along that completely hog the machines. And every time I went there, I just didn't get an opportunity to play it, which really sucked. I left the event because it basically closed earlier than we expected, and at the end of the day they literally just turn off the machines, but I didn't get a chance to play Daytona USA. However, Chris did before I arrived, and what I will say, it was his game of the show. I mean, it is literally just Daytona USA, obviously the later renditions of Daytona USA, but with more outrun style motion controls, and I mean, that sounds great, right? I, on the other hand, played this again. I played this last year, and, well, my opinions haven't changed. I'll talk in front of all these. So yeah, there's Apex Rebels. I think I've talked about Apex Rebels before. I mean, honestly, it's fine as a one-off arcade game, but what makes a good, you know, one-try arcade game become that arcade game that you want to play over and over again, because you realise there's an actual way of playing it that you can improve on next time. Unfortunately, I don't think that game has that. I was trying to mess around with different boosts. I was trying to have it so that I could swing round corners, do all of the stuff that you're used to with things like Outrun and Daytona and stuff like that. But even if I hit the boost around the corner, it wouldn't change the way my car felt. I was just going faster. I don't know. It doesn't really do it for me. It's nice. It's a quick one-time try. I'm happy to try it again next year. I'm not bothered about ever playing it again. And yeah, there you have it. That was the Sega area. I mean, obviously there was a few games we didn't get to try out, but we did have that much time, honestly, to go through everything. So we checked out a few other things. There's a few bits we found on the way to getting something to eat. That's obviously one of those big hammer hitter things there, but obviously looking pretty. There is a couple of coin pushers that we went past. Always love coin pushers, and there was a lot less coin pushers this year than normal. There was a really big push, for coin pushers last year and the year before, but you know, I mean, there were still a few there, just not as much. You got a couple of proper, the loosest possible term, but proper arcade games there. Very basic looking arcade games. And then obviously a huge part of the floor is just showing off the all of the redemption stuff that you can win, and the stuff that you can win with your tickets behind the counters. Some of these things would go inside claw machines. Other ones, you know, you would have to win when you get a certain amount of vouchers. But I mean, there wasn't really anything new here that we haven't seen before. I mean, I don't keep that much of a close eye on the prizes that you can win. at places like this. But yeah, I thought I'd show this off because apparently I've discovered on previous times I've gone here, people do like seeing all of the redemption stuff, you know. So look, here's a little look through everything. I'll leave this Streets of Rage remix I've made playing in the background while you have a look at this. And apologies in advance, you've probably seen it already in the video and you can see it right now. There is a lot of flicker in this video. I'm not sure why, I'm not sure what camera setting I had on, but yeah, I do apologise. I don't know why it flickered so hard. Yeah, all I can do is say apologies on that. Anyway, yeah, this is all of that. We'll have a quick look at this and then we'll move on to the next part of the show. Look at this, we got Pixel Games, the original, what is this? Some big mat of some sort. Let's check it out.
3, 2, 1. Gather the blue tires. Avoid the sliding red tires. Moving one tire is going to change you. One more.
Oh wow, look at this. Yeah, I'd say. Do you want to give this one a go? Yeah. Okay, so yes, this one is Robo Bike. I'll talk a bit more about this when on screen in just 1 second. But obviously, yep, you can see Chris from Games You Love playing this one. This is more of a simulation type machine as opposed to an arcade machine. This isn't one that you can buy. This is one that they would rent out to high-end type arcades. And you've got 3 machines here. I'll go through them all again, like I said, in 1 second on screen. But the one that Chris is playing is obviously designed for adults. There is also another one, a more of a dirt track type bike, and that one's aimed at younger kids. And then you've got a third one, which again, I'll talk about in a moment. But I was so impressed with this. I say it as a top 5 in just a moment, but in my opinion, this was the thing that stole the show. No one else was doing what these guys were doing. I was really impressed. Even though I'm more of an arcade fan and I prefer arcade type racing games as opposed to simulation racing games, I'm always going to play a game like Outrun or Daytona over a Gran Turismo or a Forza. But still, what these guys were offering, no one else at the show that I've seen was offering anything near this. If we're looking at things that are definitely worth talking about at this show, how can I not talk about Robo Bike? Genuinely very impressive stuff. Obviously this is more simulation based motorbiking here as opposed to, you know, Sega's more arcadey stuff. But what really blew me away is this is a completely made and manufactured in the UK company. First time they've ever shown at one of these expos. I think they're launching in September of 2026. But what's really awesome is they have got this right here. Arcade machines specifically made for wheelchair-bound people, and they can play right alongside people, able-bodied people. That's incredible. That's brilliant. That is a top 5 thing from this show, in my opinion, without a doubt. Really impressive stuff. So, very impressed with Robo Bike and what they're doing, bringing simulation-based arcade experiences for all age groups, adult, child, and obviously wheelchair-bound people as well. Moving over from that, we've got this right here. We've got 360 Golf. I like seeing all of these different types of amusements. We'll have a little look at this, see what we can get from this. So here's some of the other interesting things that you find at these expos. Obviously, it's not just arcade machines and whatever, but these are actually the camera systems that you would actually have inside theme parks that take your pictures and what have you. And I mean, that's pretty cool to see. You never normally get to see what's inside these things. It's quite impressive stuff. Now we are talking. So here we are. This is the Bandai Namco booth. Let's have a little look through. Obviously, we got all of their redemption type stuff here. Nothing too exciting to talk about, but yeah, redemption type stuff. I always like looking at what new Pac-Man toys and things they've got. Yeah, nice few new plushies and stuff. Football, all that, all very, very nice. Let's have a look through. Let's actually have a look at what they've got going on. More coin grabbers, UFO captures, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, all pretty basic there, pretty basic. Let's so here we go. We've got a new version of the classic Pac-Man game. I've got to be honest, guys. I've got to be honest. The pixelization on that, I'll see if I can zoom in, as you can see, is not that sharp. It's actually quite blurry. Like an early version of like early version of MAME or something. Like an early version of MAME that's not been sorted out properly. I don't think that looks that good, I've got to be honest. Got to be honest. So we got this here, Looney Tunes Red Zone Rush. I think this is very much more of an American based thing, but let's give it a go. Do I have to put money in somehow? Yeah, here we go. Right, let's give this a go. It's already done it for me? Oh no, I have to bring it back towards me, I think. Right, here we go, here we go. I want to try and knock him back. It's quite busy there, come on. There you go, look, I've got one. So I've got a touchdown. There you go. Very nice. Yeah, not bad. And oh, you get a little card if you, well, I'm assuming. Do it again. And I got another one. Haha, this ain't that hard. I think I'm just very, very lucky. Another 22 tickets. I think I need 50 to get one of them. Right, there's a lot coming from over there. Let's see what I can do. But it doesn't seem to go when I click it. Oh, that's way too early. Ah! I got cocky. What's this sort of like bejeweled and... Don't know what that's about, if I'm honest. Oh, there are different characters on each side, I've just noticed. Oh my God, Daniel. Terrible. Right, one more try. What? Right, here we go. Let's try this again. Yeah, I think this is more aimed at little kids because, I mean, I can literally reach it. Yeah, it's. I think it's more aimed at little kids. Yeah. Nothing but net. Oh, I actually missed one. But I mean, I can literally just walk up to it and yeah. There you go. Rolling with the ghosties, Pac-Man roller. Pretty standard game here. Gonna try and do it through the viewfinder. Well, it weren't bad, was it? 3,000 straight up. Pac-Man kiddie ride. Looks beautiful. Look at this thing. Look at him. How can you not love him? So, what's the deal here? Let's see if we can do this. Free play. You actually... You automatically go forward. Oh wow, the whole thing turns. It's a bit strange, very hard to control. Yeah, I'm trying to play this while holding a phone. I think this is quite nice. This is quite a cool little game. Nice way to bring Pac-Man into the new era. And I've done a history on Pac-Man and now it's out of date because I haven't added this. Oh well. Very cool. Always got so many little gashapon machines here.
And yeah, that was primarily the majority of the Bandai Namco area. And yeah, I mean, I liked it. I actually genuinely really liked it. I mean, they didn't really have many proper arcade games. I will say that about them. And the retro one they had there with all of the old Pac-Man and Gala Plus and all that sort of stuff. It didn't look very sharp. I wasn't that impressed with it. I mean, it was a nice looking machine, but hey, there's plenty of companies out there that make, you know, like those arcade machines, MAME type machines that look better, honestly. But no, I mean, as part of their ticket redemptions and obviously their gashapons and stuff like that, I was generally impressed. I think I always like going to Bandai Namco. It feels like the closest to what a Japanese Arcade Expo would look like, in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, I quite enjoyed it. We then found this.
So what we got here, Chris? Is it not working? Oh, look at that! How cool is that? So we got a bit of a beer pong thing going on. Oh, you have to bounce it, don't you? But look at the way they distribute them out. Look at that. That's so freaking cool. There we go. That's really cool. And this is £6,000. We've got to bounce it, mate. Hit it. More generic little stuff here from JNC sales. Bowling party. I mean, it does look pretty nice. Looks pretty nice. Ocean Aquarium. Rock Shack. I mean, where did they come up with these incredible names? Nothing generic about this whatsoever. Continuing on with Sega. What have we got here? We got Smash and Win. Monsters Ball. Let's check this out. Do I have to like whack it and get it in there? Let's just zoom back a bit. Here we go, let's check this out.
on.
So close.
You kind of want to get the one on its own, I think. Like that one. Yes!
You want a ball?
Yeah, I did. Do I get the ball now? I think I win the ball normally, but it's locked off at the moment. There you go, that's pretty cool. Same sort of game here, NBA themed. Odin's Hammer Strike. Ticket error, hit pad error. Okay, we'll try the other side. Right, okay, so we'll have a look at this. Free play.
The challenger steps forward.
Well, I'm obviously doing this with my... Let's have a look.
So I don't know if you heard that announcement, but they just announced that the whole venue will be shutting down in like 10 or 15 minutes, something like that. So yeah, it was go time to try and get in as many last tries on a few of the arcade machines that we hadn't tried yet, including this Top Gun arcade.
So I just checked out the Top Gun Maverick game there. I mean, it's fine, a quick, easy thing for you to try, and you're gonna have fun with it that one time you play it, but there's nothing there where you realise, oh, I could do that better if I played it like this, or you realise there's a mechanic that you could get better at. You know, compare it to Afterburner, of which there is actually a mode in that where it's called Afterburner, so I see what they're doing. And yeah, like Afterburner, you can see how you can get better at it, and you want to keep putting money in it because you want to advance. I don't think it can do. I don't think it has that. I don't think it has that, sadly. So here's Godzilla Kaiju Wars. This one's always being shown and always being advertised by Arcade Heroes, so we'll give it a go. It's been here a little while, but I've never actually had the chance to play it, so let's try it out. What I will say is, with the Top Gun Maverick game, it is probably the best motion sensory type thing that I've actually played here at all. I think it was actually really impressive in that regard, so props to it for that. The Kaiju, the Kaiju Godzilla game, like, it's not offering anything new. And what I also noticed, you got two screens, one above the other, and it's like those 3DS games you got, and the top screen is just the sky. It doesn't actually do anything, it doesn't add anything new. Yeah. And that's the end of the event. They've just literally just turned off the machines halfway through people playing them. So unfortunately I didn't get to try out the new Daytona, but I have come here with Chris and I'll be getting his review in just 1 minute. But overall, I'd actually say I was pretty impressed. There's some new innovations this year in regards to proper arcade games. Not that many, honestly. Top Gun wasn't too bad, but again, it's a bit of a one try thing, you know what I mean? Oh, we've actually got a couple of pinball machines there. That would have been good to check out those. Missed those. Never mind. Do love me some pinball machines. Yeah, too many times we stopped drinking beer, having coffees and getting burgers and stuff, so sorry. But yeah, I mean, overall I actually thought it was pretty good. There was some genuinely good innovations here. I think probably number one goes to the motorbike people. I was genuinely very impressed with that, even though I'm not so much a simulation gamer. I'm more of a proper, they're shutting the doors. How am I going to get out of this place? Even though I'm more of a more of an arcade gamer, I like arcade racer games as opposed to simulation racing games. I generally think that was the best thing I've seen in regards to innovation. I was very impressed. So yeah, there we go. Here he is. Highlight?
Oh, Daytona motion.
Oh, don't say that. Yeah. Don't say that. That's the one thing I didn't try.
All right.
But no, I'll let you have it. You played it. I didn't.
The Pong game.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's
cool.
fun.
What, the one with the little balls that pop
Actually,
up?
and the shooting game on Sega.
On Target.
On Target.
Oh yeah, that was really good. Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, because it had good recoil and also had the machine gun mode.
Yeah.
Which I don't think I've ever experienced, apart from like obviously the Uzi in Operation Wolf.
Yeah, I think there might have been a Time Crisis one as well, maybe.
Yeah, that's
potentially.
True. That's true, but it was cool.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Targeting was good, but overall we've seen a lot of different stuff today.
Yeah.
As well. You know,
yeah, I think
still
so.
out there, games are still being made.
What about beer pong?
Yeah, beer pong.